Okay, so these are the questions for the digital SAT. Some of the questions have already been discussed in the last class. Okay, let's discuss these questions. I'll give you time for each of the questions for 1 minute to 1 minute 30 seconds. So let's get started with the 10th one. Please check this. Right. Please check the rest of the paragraph. Now check the question. Please try to answer this one. Okay, let's understand this passage. So early in his career, the following text is extracted from Fitzgerald's novel, The Beautiful and the Damned. Okay, early in his career, Adam Pitch married an anemic lady of 30, Alicia Withers, who brought him $100,000 and an impeccable entry into the banking circles of New York. Okay, this gives a sense like at the beginning of Adam Pat's career, he married a woman named Withers who was physically weak, anemic, and 30 years old. She bought a large sum of money and provided him with connections to the people in New York banking sector. So immediately and rather spunkily, she had borne him a son, and as if completely devitalized by the magnificence of this performance, she had thenceforth effaced herself within the shard, shadowy dimensions of the nursery. Yeah. So somehow it gives a sense like their son, you know, Adam Ulysses Patch grew up to be someone who loved joining clubs and enjoyed the fine things. At the age of 26, he started. Oh, yep. It gives a sense like right after their marriage, Withers quickly gave birth to a son. It seems that after this, she became exhausted by the effort and retreated into the background, staying out of the public eye and focusing on raising her child only. And the next sentence, the boy Adam Ulysses Patch became an inveterate joiner of clubs, connoisseur of good form, and driver of tandems. At the astonishing age of 26, he began his memoirs under the title New York Society as I Have Seen It. Okay. So there's an Adam Ulysses Patch grew up to be someone who loved joining clubs and enjoyed fine things, what we have just discussed. At the young age of 26, he started writing his memoirs, title, uh, a collection of memories, titled New York Society as I Have Seen It. On the rumor of its conception, this work was eagerly bid for among publishers, but it proved after his death to be immoderately verbose and overpoweringly dull. It never obtained even a private printing. So when word got out that Adam Ulysses was writing his collection of memories, publishers were very interested. However, after he died, it turned out that his writing was too wordy and boring, so it was never published, not even privately. Yeah. Let's check the question. Based on the text, which choice best characterizes Adam J. Patch's wife? So is she powerful? No. The text does not describe she is powerful. In fact, she is physically weak, retreats into the background after giving birth. This this choice is incorrect. Captivating. Uh, Withers does not seem to captivate anyone according to the text, right? She is described as retreating into the nursery, which suggests that opposite of being captivating. So this is also so diffident. The word different means shy, modest, lacking of self-confidence, something of that sort. This seems to be best match, Wither's behavior, Alicia Wither's behavior as described in the text. After giving birth, she effaced herself, which means she withdrew or, she has hidden herself, suggesting a lack of self-assertion or self-confidence. So this would be better. Animated means lively or full of life. The text does not describe Alicia Withers as lively or energetic. So instead, she retreats and described as being completely devitalized, which suggests that opposite of animated. So this is also incorrect. So the right option must be diffident. So answer choice C is absolutely correct because the text has mentioned someone who withdrew into the background after having a child, suggesting a lack of confidence or assertiveness, which agrees with the meaning of diffident. The other options, powerful, captivating, animated, describe qualities that are not supported by the information given in the passage. Yeah. Instead, the text portrays Alicia was retiring and lacking in vitality, which aligns with diffident only. C is the right option. Next question, 11th one. Please check this 11th one. and check the rest. And check the questions. So as you read through the passage, please note down the key ideas or key things. Right. Let's understand this one also. According to scientist James Clark, explaining the coexistence of species is critical to truly understand forest biodiversity and forces that sustain or reduce it. So it gives a sense. James Clark believes that to fully understand forest biodiversity, the ecosystem of forest, the variety of life in forests, it's crucial to explain how different species can live together. The biodiversity. So apart from that, the forces, the factors that can actually allow the biodiversity to continue in the same way or to change it. So according to Clark, a neutral model hypothesized the species are so similar, it just takes a longer time for winners and losers to be sorted out by competition. But eventually the better competitor would drive the other to extinction. So Clark discusses, a neutral model theory. This theory suggests that species are so alike that it takes a long time to determine which species will thrive, which will fail or which will lose. Eventually, the stronger species will make the weaker one extinct, directly or indirectly, right? The neutral model predicts that the variation among the sites increases over time as random chance caused different species to go extinct in some areas but not others. So this model also predicts that as time goes on, differences between various locations, various sites should increase. This is because by random chance, some species will go extinct in some places but survive in others, right? So if there are different species, wide variety of species must survive together. So this definitely make some species go extinct, some definitely survive. If same species are leading their life in a same place, if there any abnormal thing happens, all the species are going to be extinguished. Yeah. So some sites just by chance should come to be dominated by one species, while others would come to be dominated by another species. So according to this theory, randomness would result in some areas being taken over by one species, while other areas might be dominated by a different species. However, the researchers found the variance among the sites did not increase over the millennia. Such differences among the sites, among the species which are living in different areas, have not changed, have not increased, leading them to conclude the stabilizing forces were maintaining forest diversity. Yeah. So, but researchers have found that the differences between these sites didn't increase over thousands of years. So they concluded some stabilizing forces, which actually prevents the big changes, right? So such stabilizing forces have been closed. Obviously, the species might extinguished. Which hypothetical data, if true, would most weaken Clark's claim that stabilizing forces control biodiversity in given region? Okay, so I need a idea which actually oppose or attacks this idea that stabilizing forces control. I need an proof or clear reason stabilizing forces cannot control the biodiversity in a given region. Let's check the answer choices. Scientists determine that there is now significantly greater variation between species in three nearby sites than there was 7,000 years ago. So if this were true, it would directly challenge the idea that stabilizing forces are maintaining diversity. If variation has increased, then stabilizing forces might not be at work. Right? Stabilizing forces, no need of such stabilizing forces if the diversity increases. A complex study determines that the reason the plant diversity did not greatly alter in one region was because of local herbivore. So this supports the idea, this supports the idea that the stabilizing force, a local herbivore, is maintaining biodiversity. This option actually supports class claim rather than weakening it. Eliminate. You can't eliminate A. Archaeological evidence shows that early humans ate the nuts from the tree that has subsequently gone extinct in given area. So this might show an external factor, humans causing extinction, but it doesn't directly challenge the idea that stabilizing forces controlling biodiversity over time. This does not necessarily weaken class claim. So several researchers conducted a study that determined that one species of tree is extremely susceptible to temperature changes. Okay, so this indicates that temperature changes, not stabilizing forces, could affect the biodiversity, but it only applies to one species, one type of species. This might weaken Clark's claim slightly, but not as strongly as option A is weakening. Okay, it's slightly correct. So ultimately, A is the best. So if there was evidence of greater variation now than 7,000 years ago, it directly contradicts the idea that stabilizing forces have been maintaining biodiversity. This would significantly weaken Clark's claim. So, okay, A is the right option for this. Okay, please check this question. Okay, let's understand the question. Okay, let's answer the question. Yeah, let's understand the table. Hope you have come up with your own answer for this question. Nutrients found primarily in animal tissues. B12 used by nervous and circulatory systems. Fish, meat, dairy, eggs. Alternatives: enriched grain products, some nutritional yeast. Creatine increases muscle performance. Animal tissue supplements that body naturally makes smaller amounts. DHA mental health and brain development, especially in children. Fatty fish, fish oil, microalgae. Taurine, muscle function, bile production. Fish, meat, poultry, dairy products. Synthetic supplements. Yeah. So let's understand. The vegan diet is one that is chosen by individuals for various reasons, including health or ethical reasons. In fact, it is evident that the vegan diet is much more than a diet itself, but has developed into life cycle often associated with animal rights and environmental advocacy, as well as greater concern for physical activity and hope. Let's understand, a vegan diet is a type of eating where people don't eat any animal products like meat, eggs, milk, right? People choose this diet for different reasons, right? Some people do it because they believe it is healthier. Others believe that because they care about animals and don't want to harm them. For example, someone might choose not to drink cow's milk because they feel you know it's kinder to the cows. So, and vegan diet is more than, okay, much more than diet itself. Which means vegan diet is more than just what people eat. It's also about how they live. Many vegans care deeply about protecting animals and the environment. They also often focus on being healthy through exercise and staying calm and happy. For instance, a vegan might recycle and exercise regularly because they want to take care of plant and themselves. Okay, physical activity. Yeah. While many health benefits exist, it is essential for those who are vegan or planning to become vegan to be educated about potential nutritional deficiencies to prevent adverse outcomes. Yeah. So although eating vegan diet can be very healthy, it's important for people, who are vegan, who want to be vegan, to learn to know some important nutrients they might miss out on if they become vegan. This way they can avoid getting sick or feeling weak, right? For example, since vegans don't eat meat, they need to make sure they get enough protein from other foods like beans and nuts. So in the last sentence, vegan who is adverse to taking man-made supplements in any form. Okay, so yeah, so there is a blank given. We should be able to pick a right option which fits the blank, right? So this sentence is actually saying if a vegan person does not want to take vitamins or other man-made pills, they might miss out on important nutrients that are usually found in animal products. For example, if a vegan doesn't want to take vitamin B12 pill, which is often found in animal foods, they might not get enough B12, which is important for the body, right? So the question is asking which choice best completes the sentence by using information from the table above, right? Which choice most effectively uses data? Yeah. So answer choice A. So any form. A vegan who is adverse to taking man-made supplements in any form is likely to suffer from mental health disorders. So this option is actually incorrect because the passage and table don't directly connect a lack of B12, creatine, DHA torrent with mental health disorders. Right? For example, man-made mental health DHA, they may get microalgae. There is no such information they are not eating microalgae. So you can't directly say a vegan who is opposite to taking man-made supplements in any form may not suffer from mental health disorders if he gets this microalgae from some other means. So it's not always correct. Um, the vegan who is opposite to taking man-made supplements in any form may suffer from insufficient levels of bile. Again, this is wrong. The table mentions taurine, which is important for muscle function and bile production, but does not connect this with vegans' potential deficiencies leading to serious problems. They may get this, you know, by synthetic supplements, alternate source. So if uh, they are vegan, you cannot say definitely suffer from a problem like this, insufficient levels of bias. They may get, they may compensate it by other means. So vegan who is adverse to taking man-made supplements in any form may be prone to various heart diseases. So this option is close but not as precise as you know as we understand from the passage. While heart diseases are related to circulatory system and the best match according to the passage is the lacking of B12 could lead to circulatory system disorders specifically. So it should be right. So obviously D would be the best. The vegan who is adverse to taking man-made supplements, B12 supplement, could succumb to circulatory system disorder. Whoever rejects to take man-made supplements also definitely suffer from. There is a clear example given in the passage, right? That B12. right? Adverse taking man-made supplements. Why D is exactly correct? The table shows that vitamin B12 is used by the nervous, right, and circulatory systems, which includes your heart and blood vessels. If vegan person doesn't get enough B12, which they usually get from animal products like fish, meat, and eggs, they could have problems with their circulatory system like heart diseases. Even they rejected to take that supplements, the tablets, if they lack, if their body lacks it, definitely they may, suffer from circulatory system problems or heart issues. Yeah, this is the right one. Please check this 13th question.